Today I wanted to tell a story of a mistake I made a couple years back when I first started to invest into Pokemon. I still regret this decision to this day, and every time I see this booster box, I think about it and I get sad because I lost a lot of potential money that I could have made. So if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you guys might know the story I'm talking about. Because 6 months ago, I did tell this story, but since then my channel has gotten a little bit bigger. So I wanted to retell the story one more time so you guys can learn from my mistake. So hopefully you don't lose money like I did. So you can see here, I have an Evolving Skies booster box pulled up. But as you guys might know, if you've watched my videos, I don't have a single Evolving Skies booster box. I only have Elite Trainer boxes of Evolving Skies. But at one point, I did have Evolving Skies booster boxes, and I actually had a decent amount. So you guys might already see where this is going. But anyways, I just keep going on with the story. So I wanted to pull up receipts for you guys of TCG Player because I bought some Evolving Skies booster boxes from TCG Player. So I just wanted to show you guys the receipts so you guys don't think I'm lying. And I guess I also want to tell you, I did actually buy more than what I'm about to show you. I did buy some booster boxes from eBay as well, but it's not really relevant because I did open up Evolving Skies booster boxes back then. Because when I first started to get back into Pokemon during this whole boom time, I didn't really care that much about only investing in the sealed product. I was opening up product for fun. So it's not really relevant to show you guys, but I just want to let you guys know I did buy more than what I'm showing you. But first here, you can see January 17th, 2022. So you can see here, I've been, buying sealed product for kind of a while, like a little bit now, like a little bit over a couple years. So I just started my channel at the end of last year, so this channel is not that old, and I've been buying product for a little bit before then. So this is when I first decided to buy some Evolving Skies booster boxes. So look here, I bought 3 for each 125.55. Man, does that seem so cheap now? But at the time, that was actually expensive for me because I think Evolving Skies booster boxes at one point I was buying, I think at 100 or 110, something around there. So this was kind of expensive for me because I think at this time it kind of just went up a little bit. But I did decide to buy a few. I bought like 3. So this was just the start. You can see I wasn't buying that much. I didn't have much of I didn't have a lot of money. I had a lot less money than I do now. And at the time also, I was, I was new to investing, so I wasn't buying that much stuff. But I did know that Evolving Skies was a good set. I knew this set was going to do good. I didn't know it was obviously going to get to this point of how much, these booster boxes are now. But I knew these booster boxes were good. This was the first booster box I bought to hold on to. But next year, I decided to buy a little bit more now. February 3rd, 2022. You can see here, I bought 3 more. And at this point, it was a little bit more expensive, $128.95. Still very cheap though. But I did see, you can see, I knew this set was good. This was the only booster box I was actually buying. But then the booster boxes started to go up. You can see there's a little bit of a time frame where I decided really not to buy anything. So August 12th, 2022, I decided to go all in. At this point, I've never bought a sealed case or anything, but I knew Evolving Skies was such a good set. I decided to buy a case. $933. So if you do the math, it's around $155 per booster box. So you can see at this point, the booster boxes were like 25, a little bit more dollars per booster box. So they were going up. And at this point, a lot of these Sword and Shield sets, they were pretty cheap. So it was kind of crazy to see this box kind of shoot up in price. Obviously, the cards and stuff were getting more popular and everything. That's why, the box was going up in price and everything. But at this point, they still weren't that expensive. Like $155 now seems so cheap. But back then, $155 compared to the rest of, Sword and Shield, that was kind of expensive. But I decided still to buy a case. But like I said, I did open some up. So at the end, I only actually had 10 booster boxes that I was actually planning on keeping sealed. Those were the ones I wasn't going to open. But total, I did actually end up buying, I think around 15 booster boxes, but I opened those up, so I only had 10. So just doing the math for you guys, if you add up all those boxes I just showed you and divided it by 12, the average price per booster box was $141.37. Now, you guys can obviously already tell that I lost a lot of money, but I want to tell you guys why I sold them. So this was around maybe September, November. I went to a card store because I was planning to sell these. And the reason why I was planning to sell them was because I was watching a lot of YouTube videos online, investing channels, and they were saying a reprint was going to happen. And if you guys were around that time, you guys might know what I'm talking about. But the set at this point was supposed to be getting a reprint, and these people, reputable sources I was hearing from, they were saying a reprint was going to happen. So I followed their advice, and obviously I could have just sold half. and been less greedy and, sell half. If a reprint doesn't happen, at least I still have half. But at this point, the boxes were 220 for market price. So you can see here, $80 is a lot. And think about it, this was less than a year, so $80 was crazy to me back then. So that was tempting to sell. So at the time, I called a shop. I sold them for $200 each. So I made like a $600 profit. And at the time, that was great, right? But obviously, you can see now that was a big, big mistake. At this point, when I sold them, right, I made my $600. I was happy. The boxes continued to go up, and my problem was that I didn't buy back in because I was kept waiting for the reprint. I kept waiting, kept waiting. The boxes kept going up in price. Like, man, I don't want to buy at this price. I'm gonna wait for a reprint. I kept waiting. I kept waiting, and look where I'm at now. I have 0 booster boxes. So what can you learn from this mistake? One, don't time the market. I think that's probably the worst thing you can do. If the reprint is going to happen or whatever, it's confirmed. If anything, maybe sell half. If it's 100% confirmed, maybe you can sell all. But honestly, in my opinion, I think if anything, if you bought at a good price, hold on to it and just buy more, or just sell half and then buy more later. That's my biggest advice to you guys, because I sold everything and I kept waiting for a reprint and it never came, and I lost a lot of money. And if you're wondering how much money I lost, here it is. So take the market price it is now, multiply it by 10 because that's how many boxes I had. $6,570. Subtract it from my cost, and this is how much money I lost technically if I sold at market. $5,156. So, and that's just with 10 booster boxes. So hopefully you guys weren't like me and sold these booster boxes early. I wish I never sold those booster boxes. At the time, like I said, I was new to investing. I didn't have this like longer term mindset. I was pretty greedy. I was like, man, I'm gonna make $600. That's so great. But look how much of potential money I lost just by just being greedy and selling them, and at the same time being cheap and not buying back in when they wouldn't go down because I just kept waiting for that reprint. So hopefully, I have never made this mistake since that time. All the booster boxes I've bought since then, other than the Obsidian Flames booster box, I haven't sold anything. So hope you guys, see what I'm talking about, where, don't sell, like, wait, if a reprint's happening, don't sell all your stuff and, wait for a reprint to happen. It's honestly, it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. So that's all I wanted to say today. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys would have done the same thing in my position, or have you guys, do you guys even have Evolving Skies booster boxes? Like, I know, like, some of you guys have said you've sold them, but someone, did tell me that they kept everything since they bought them back then. So let me know down in the comments if you guys still have Evolving Skies booster boxes. But yeah, I still regret this decision to this day. But that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.